Doug Ford has rolled back the worst of his reforms to the rent control in Ontario. Instead, Doug Ford Tano is leaving a whole bunch of other laws that will make things much worse, even if the worst part of it is averted. If my voice sounds terrible, it's cause I have the flu. If a tenant gets evicted, they will only have 15 days to ask for a review of this order. If a tenant is now 7 days instead of 14 days late on their rent, let's say something happens with your employer, you're unable to be paid, or like God forbid your mom dies or something and you have to fly across the country because she lives in British Columbia and you have no money left. Instead of 14 days to pay your rent, you have 7 days before the landlord can order an eviction. Most of you know the homelessness crisis is out of control. Ontario in 2024, there were 81,500 people who were experiencing homelessness. That is a 25% increase since 2022. It is only bound to get worse with these new law reforms. Law reforms that are happening, by the way, as tariffs are hitting Canada hard, and particularly Ontario. Many people are bound to lose their jobs because of factories closing down and moving to the States, which Doug Ford says he is fighting for those people. Well, things are getting worse on the job front. It is a double whammy, and it sure seems like someone like Doug Ford is currently on Donald Trump's side, making it even harder for his citizens to live while jobs are leaving the province. Some of the laws in Bill 60 will make it harder to raise issues about serious disrepair in your apartment. It is also against the Canadian human right to housing to live in a state of disrepair. If your apartment does not live up to that standard, it is against your human rights in Canada. Now, to request a repair, it's going to get harder. This would also reduce the amount of compensation a landlord has to pay when evicting them for no fault. Landlords have to pay the tenant they're evicting someone for what is known as a rent eviction, for example. But because they will have to pay less, because there will be less compensation for this, this will encourage landlords to continue doing this practice and make it more common. Put another way, they're incentivizing landlords to rent evict people. The concerns with this bill aren't over. And so everything that I said in my video yesterday stands. But this shouldn't surprise you considering that Doug Ford has over and over prioritized developers over individuals who live in Ontario. What do you think about this? How is this going to affect you? If you like this work, hit that like, subscribe, and follow.